KZNS AM Salt Lake City and 102.7 KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Nobody gets you ready for Utah football more than the KSL Sports Zone.
Ready?
It's a trip to the Rose Bowl for the Utes as they open the season this Saturday at UCLA. Your home for the best coverage of Utah football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You're locked on to JJ and Alex, presented by G2G Bars on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Grow up, JJ. Grow up. Listen. Hey, some Stones? Nice.
I've had Stones at Paranoid by Black Sabbath today. One of my favorite all-time songs.
Great tunes.
Good stuff, Alex.
Yeah. I mean, these are beyond classic. These are beyond oldies now, too. Like, you know how they do the thing where they go, hey, just to let you know, Jurassic Park came out longer ago from right now than when you were listening to that doo-wop music back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, when they do that kind of comparison, sometimes you're like, ooh, we're old, man.
We now speak of the Stones and Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath as others talked about Beethoven when we were young.
I was just about to
And
say,
Mozart.
does it count as classical music now?
Oh, for sure.
You know what? Hey, if it lets some missionaries out there technically listen to it officially, then I'm all for it. What? It's classical music, President.
Hey, that's what we need. Some
Figure
elders
it out.
driving around listening to Paranoid by Black Sabbath. That'll get the work done.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Our program brought to you by G2G Bars. All natural ingredients and no preservatives make the G2G Bar the perfect protein bar. Give it a shot today. Costco, Holiday Oil, Maverick, Associated Foods, and many other retailers in the refrigerated section. Let's kick off the hours we always do with the cut. Let's get to some sound from down in Provo. We're also anticipating, as practice ends, to be able to get a live conversation with newly minted defensive captain Tanner Wall is going to join us on the program in just a little while, but we'll get to some of this sound. But first, we're going to jump in with the cut right here.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The cut brought to you by Trajan Wealth, your local trusted financial fiduciaries in retirement. Visit their website, TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. All right, so Kalani Sitake, a couple things that we weren't able to chat about with what we had heard from the coach. The interesting thing, one of the things that was brought up is what the coach thinks should happen with Bear Bachmeier versus Portland State. I think it's fascinating to see. Fans have their expectations, and Mitch Harper and I, we're prepping for our first episode of this year's First and 12 coming up on KSL News Radio tonight. And that was one of the conversations we had, which was, do you think there's these sort of some undue expectations that are like, oh, Stanford sucks, blow them out. Portland State sucks, you got to score at least 42 points, otherwise you're not even as good as Tarleton.
You better cover against Portland State or you suck.
Right. So in terms of expectations, what does Kalani want from his brand new true freshman quarterback?
Just do what he's been doing all camp. He's done a great job being the leader and connecting with his teammates. But I think he'll be ready, looking at his demeanor and his intelligence and things that he's picking up. He's amped up. He's ready to play. And you can tell that the players are getting really excited for that moment. So I know that he's going to be excited just like the rest of the team for the game on Saturday night. But I just expect him to just do what he does and nothing more. I don't need him to do anything extra. Just be Bear Bachmeier and we'll be fine.
Doing a little bit extra, you know what that entails? That's where the interceptions happen, right?
Right. Forcing things. Trying to make it too big of a play. Trying to take it's just getting out of the moment.
Yep. And it's interesting,
and it
too.
can happen, especially a young player that wants to make a big impression in front of the home crowd.
I like this attitude, too. And you've brought it up. You're like, look, you can't avoid the fact you're going to be in front of 65,000 people. And they're going to be chanting Bear, and they're going to be watching and going. And, there's going to be some randos in the stands who are going to go, well, I told you we should have gone with this guy or that guy, But the reality is that I like the way Kalani approaches this. It's like, well, guess what? He's been there's a reason he won the quarterback battle. He does a really freaking good job. Have you seen all the floating around about his number 47 on social media? Not just here. Nationally now, people are going, what the heck is going on in
Everybody's
Provo?
fascinated by a 47 quarterback, yeah.
Like, we were this close to being weirded out by Devin Brown as a number 33 at Ohio State getting that start. That looks totally normal compared to a 47. But it's funny because I think people here locally are already over it. They're like, oh, yeah.
People moved on from that.
It's fine. Wear the number 47. It's all good. Here's Kalani on their trench play, because obviously you win there, and that does a lot for you going forward with your brand-new quarterback, but also being able to get to the opposing quarterback.
I feel good about them. I mean, they've been battling each other, so they're either really, really good or really, really bad. So there's been some really good battles, so that's hard to tell sometimes, but I have a good feeling that it can be a good thing, but not perfect, but we want to be as good as we can and perform as best we can this game one.
So nowhere in the middle. Could be really, really bad or really, really good.
Dang.
I know. I think it's always funny to hear that kind of stuff and to understand kind of what is going on in these coaches' minds. And some of it is just 100% they're reacting right then to what happened in practice. They're like, yeah, it looked like crap today.
Yeah.
Terrible. We got a lot of work to get done because you don't have any game film to go off of. So now you just overreact on things, the little things here and there in practice that they may or may not be doing well. These guys are so freaking sick of running plays up against one another. They are. They all hate it. Even though they face each other all day, they know their tendencies. They know exactly what they do. So at this point, they're not really getting the type of looks that they really want because it's not a normal look. It's just what they've been seeing all year. And it's a great defense that the offense has been facing off against and vice versa. But they know each other. They know each other too well. Jack Kelly, newly minted defensive captain. And like I said, we're trying to get Tanner Wall on here live. As soon as he comes on off of the practice field, we'll get him on here. But here's what Jack Kelly had to say about what he's done to get himself better. And also, everybody, it's almost like you can't mention Jack Kelly without mentioning Isaiah Glasker.
I would say understanding the full playbook. Obviously, we knew our assignments last year, but now we're understanding where safeties are dropping, corners are going. So it kind of helps us better with run fits, certain things just where to fit because we know where the safeties or corners are going to fit off of us. So just playing at a faster, higher level now.
You've got position groups where you might be worried about what the depth looks like and whatever. This position group is one that I think people are super excited for because these are potential All-American, potential all Big 12 performers right here, and I think everybody's looking forward to see what the iteration of what Jay Hill wants to do with Jack Kelly going forward because I think they're going to be asking him to get to the quarterback a lot more in this new kind of set of defense.
Yeah, they got to be disruptive. Last year, they were very disruptive, and that was why we're talking so much about Jack Kelly and Isaiah Glasker now because they were terrific last year and they were able to force a lot of turnovers. 29 takeaways last year for this defense. You want to see it again. And BYU fans, be greedy. Ask them to do it again. And I think if they do that, then BYU is going to have a lot of success this season.
Head down to Provo, straight off of the practice field during a game week, prepping for an actual opponent. He is Tanner Wall, one of the newly minted captains of this BYU team. Tanner, thanks for being with us on the program. How's this actual game prep stuff going for you guys? You don't have to just go off against one another. You have an actual opponent you're prepping for, man.
I know. It's pretty great. It's nice knowing that this weekend we'll be out there in the stadium tackling guys not wearing helmets with a BYU sticker on them. We're stoked for that.
And I think BYU fans can't wait for Saturday, and I know you guys can't wait, and we're all excited to have college football here. We were just talking about how disruptive the defense was last year, 29 takeaways, and it's probably too much pressure to ask you guys to have that kind of production again, but I'm sure that's the goal. What do you see from this team right now as far as playmaking, the ability to be disruptive that has you excited about what's to come?
Yeah. I mean, our expectation is to perform similar to how we did last year, and we know that takeaways were a huge part of our success. So we're continuing to emphasize that in all of our drills, and especially in our team stuff, just finding ways to take away the ball. And, we're always going to do that by playing tight coverage on the outside, with our corners and our nickels. When we're in tight spaces and there's tip balls or overthrows, we're going to be in the right spot to go get those. And then the D-line, they're going to get their hands up. They're going to get in the passing lane and tip balls too. And then obviously we have an exotic blitz package where we have a lot of confusing looks that offensive linemen are going to have to figure out how to pick up, and a lot of times they won't. And so we're going to get a lot of hits and on the quarterback and get a lot of good pressure. So a combination of all of those things, we're expecting to get a lot of turnovers again this year.
What do the coaches ask of you guys as leaders? You know, it's one thing to go in there and people go, "Oh, they're leaders on the field and off the field." It's nice to kind of say those things, but when you have that C on the jersey, what are they asking of you guys?
Really, what's expected of us in a player-run program is, to be the guys holding the standard and holding accountable, holding our teammates accountable when things aren't looking how they're supposed to, right? We're the ones who got to not only get on the ones and, the guys that we're out there with if their fits aren't right or if they're not making the right checks, but also to get on the scouts to give us good looks and, just make sure that across the board we are, playing and practicing with the level of focus and intensity that we need to prepare us. And, the coaches, continually harp on the fact that they don't want to have to be the ones to always do that, and that we should, be able to speak first and make sure that we're a player-run program.
You're uniquely qualified to speak about the emergence of Bear Bachmeier as BYU starting quarterback because you've had to go out there and try to defend him in practice every day. What have you noticed about his development and his emergence? What did he do to win the job in your eyes?
I think the thing with Bear that makes him unique, especially as young as he is he just has great poise. Like, I've never seen him in a situation where he looks panicked or, where he, looks like he doesn't know what to do. He trusts, first of all, his playmaking ability and his instincts. If a look comes where he's not anticipating that, he's still able to, ad-lib and make plays with his legs or, extend plays outside the pocket. But also I think he's done a great job just kind of commanding the offense. He's learned it very quickly. He makes his throws on time, which I think is a huge thing. And he's a very accurate thrower too. So he's shown some great things, being as young as he is, learning the offense very quickly and being able to just be out there and march the ball down the field and command the offense as a leader, even being a true freshman straight out of high school.
I mean, you're not a pass rusher, but I mean, sometimes it gets dialed up and you like to get in the backfield maybe and create some havoc. But that's one of the emphasis. That's one of the points of emphasis that I think that Jay Hill in this offseason has told this defense, like, hey, we got to disrupt this quarterback. When you see some of the changes that have happened, and you talked about the exotic kind of blitz packages that they put together, do you see this team getting a lot more sacks and getting to the quarterback a lot more this year?
I do, yeah. I think, we have some great coaching on our end as well that's, I think, really kind of ramped up over this last off season, just focusing on getting to the quarterback. Obviously, last year, that was one of the categories that we definitely could have improved upon. Even as good as we were, we could have had more sacks and TFLs. So, yeah, we're across the board, whether it's the defensive ends, our OE position, our SAMs, our backers, our safeties, even the nickels blitzing. We work that stuff in our technique and getting to the quarterback. So I think across the board we'll be more prepared to, when we have those opportunities, take advantage of them.
This is one of the deepest defensive backfields I've seen at BYU in my time covering the Cougars. You're definitely a part of that. How fierce was the competition at safety? So many great players in there. It was probably tough for the coaches to just go with two starters and a nickel.
Yeah, no, obviously Coach Hill loves competition across all the position groups. Being in that safety room with him, it was, a competition that went on throughout the entire off season and through spring ball and through the way that we trained in the summer and, continued into camp. And Coach Hill continually harps on the fact that the guys that he's going to put out there are the ones who know what to do all the time, right? They're not going to, blow their assignment and make mistakes, but they're also the guys who are playmakers and are around the ball. And so just based on the way that the things unfolded and who made plays during camp. That the depth chart kind of reflected that. But yeah, as you mentioned, we've got a lot of great experienced players in that room and guys who are going to impact games for us this year.
Tanner, as you've been in this program for quite some time now, how has this defense, not just overall since you've been there, but obviously during the time that you've been with Coach Hill, what have you seen? Because, they have their own scheme, and it's been there for a long time, and Coach Satake always talks about how we all know this scheme, but how much has it changed even, or how much have you seen them kind of be open to changes here and there as college football adjusts to the level of athleticism that just seems to get so good every year?
Yeah, no, I that's one of the things I love most about this coaching staff. We have so many veteran, experienced guys who have coached in so many different places. Obviously, Coach Hill, Coach Kalani. We've got, Coach Anderson on the staff, Coach Boha, Coach Chad as well. And so just the level of football knowledge and experience across different conferences and different skill sets on different defenses, we've been able to really kind of evolve that playbook and kind of shape it to the personnel that we have. And that's one of the things compared to other schools, I think, that makes us unique is just how many calls we practice and prepare for in camp. And obviously going into game weeks, we'll shave down the call sheet quite a bit so we can focus in and really know what to expect to run. But, we, as you mentioned, we have really kind of tweaked it to be our own special thing and the way that we run it based on the personnel that we have. And I think we're just going to continue to get better at that and have calls that really put our personnel and the guys that we have in the best positions to make plays.
Tanner, we appreciate you taking some time here after practice. Good luck the rest of the week. Stay healthy this week, and we're looking forward to you guys facing off against Portland State this weekend, man. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tanner. Tanner Wall. He's one of those smart guys.
You have to be at that position.
Hangs out in the Tanner building a lot, Tanner Wall. He's a business guy. I think he's already...
That's a good place to be.
I think he's getting his MBA or might even already have it.
Oh,
I think he started it up next year.
Good for you,
I think
Tanner.
he started it up last year.
You're set for... An MBA from BYU is a really solid start.
He also had offers at Harvard, Yale, Princeton.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No big deal.
Not at all.
Smart guy. But what's crazy is he goes, I'm going to go out there, and because he wasn't highly, highly touted out of high school coming to BYU.
Right.
He was looked at as a guy who, he could maybe contribute at some point, but that's a guy who's made himself, man. He picked. By the way, he picked off Sam Leavitt last year. Mm-hmm. He had 3 picks. What's crazy about this team was they had 22 interceptions, 24 interceptions, something along those lines.
I believe it's 22, yeah.
But there were 4 guys who had 3. Right. They that was the team leading interceptions were Tanner Wall with 3. I think they had a couple other guys with 3. They mix it up, man. They get it's an athletic group, and so if you're looking forward to a Jay Hill defense, Tanner Wall embodies what is kind of a Jay Hill defense. He's just an absolute ball hawk. He's smart as it gets, and he knows every call out on the field, and he sees everything in film and study, and so looking forward to it this weekend. We appreciate BYU giving us Tanner Wall there at the end of practice. I don't know if the defense, it does its own thing. I mean, he talked about the player-run program. I think they take it so seriously now. That's got to be one of the things. Kalani's going into year 10. You can get into a program and just say, I'm going to be an absolute dictator, right? I was looking at Rich Rodriguez at West Virginia. I don't know if he's a dictator necessarily, but he doesn't allow his guys to have TikTok or other social media platforms, things like that. And you kind of go, really? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why don't you let these guys figure out the best way that they can operate on the team? Now, if TikTok's getting in the way, why don't you let these adults say, hey, maybe we get off TikTok? I say these adults, I mean, that's why you have a leadership group. That's why you have captains who go, you guys, this can't happen anymore, right?
Yeah.
And then Kalani just looks at his captains and goes, you guys talk to him. That's something that's an important deal. I remember I was a captain on our team my senior year in football in high school, and I remember our coaches would just be like, they would say stuff to us, and they'd be like, all right, well, we're leaving. Captains, you guys can talk to the team here. And I remember thinking, Well, that's kind of crazy. What are we supposed to say to him? 17 years old, get in there. That's very different. We're talking about adults who are running adults. They're going to be running companies at some point. Some of them are going to go to the next level, but the majority of them are not. And so when they ask these guys to be leaders, it's a pretty cool thing to watch these guys go through it. But Tanner Wall is as sharp as they come. Appreciate BYU giving us a couple minutes with him. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We've got more to go. We do have our NFL Blitz around the corner you don't want to miss. And I'm just going to mention it again because we're going to be out there. It's our college football roundtable live at Kenny J's Barbecue in the district in South Jordan tomorrow. We're going to get you ready for the start of college football season. All the hosts across the show are going to make an appearance, or all the hosts across the station are going to make an appearance at this thing. Why wouldn't you? It's phenomenal barbecue. And we're finally going to get JJ into Kenny J's and trying some of that those ribs and that brisket, man. It's going to be phenomenal.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Oh, it's going to be good. We can do that on the
just don't
Fat Loss,
just
right?
keep the calories down.
Just don't overdo it.
You can sample everything. Just don't go crazy.
Don't make
how much self-restraint will we have tomorrow?
Look, you cannot make
when the finest of the fine meats are laid before us.
Finest of the fine meats,
and we have to choose.
Yeah,
we can't just have it all.
Now, JJ, what you can't do is take the brisket and put 4 scoops of the smoked mac and cheese with the Hatch chilies in it. You can't make a sandwich out of it.
You could take 2 things of cornbread.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
That's carb on carb crime.
You have the best ideas.
I want the barbecue sandwich that doesn't fly out the window as I drive. All right, we'll come back. We got more to go around the corner. NFL Blitz next. 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone. The NFL Blitz, of course, is what that music means. So let's talk a little bit about it. Oh, some shifting around and some stuff. Hey, did you see some of the things that are going on? Some of these quarterbacks that are losing their job. My guy, Tommy Cutlets, was cut last night. Hey.
Does that mean he's dead? Swimming with the fishes.
No, he's not. He's not dead.
Well,
here's my question though: can he play for another franchise? It's not like in the New York. Like,
I don't think so.
It's got to be like a. It's got to be
in Jersey.
Well, it's got to be like a. Yeah, the Jets would work. The Giants
Buffalo's
would work.
Too far away.
Buffalo
Maybe Philly.
Seems weird.
I think
Philly might work. Obviously, New England, you could kind of get away with that accent
he can play
too.
Philly. I think the Eagles should sign him.
Oh, do they have an opportunity?
No. But
okay. Oh yeah, McKee's the guy. The least Philly guy on that roster.
By far.
You know what though? He's a listen. There's a reason he was such a highly touted quarterback. As soon as he got drafted, what was it, 7th round? He goes there and like immediately the coaches are like, "This is an NFL guy."
He shouldn't have gone to Stanford.
Said everybody all the time. Last night I wasn't even home yet. And we're already texting with one another in our group with you and our producer, and we're like, "Oh boy, the Browns did it." What did they do? Well, all they did was cut their second best quarterback, definitely their second best quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Now they got a draft pick in return.
Yeah, they traded him to the Raiders.
You know what though?
Lloyd's got to be thrilled.
Is that an auto QB2 for them? Kenny Pickett? Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett. I don't hate that combo.
Yeah.
But by the way, way better situation for him. And now you have here's the graphic I saw last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, this franchise cannot get out of its own freaking way. They showed the 3 quarterbacks in the quarterback room. So you just picture their headshots, like their NFL headshots, right? Joe Flacco, like that. He's 40-something.
He's old
football.
enough to be their dad.
And it says on the thing, it said 19th NFL season. And then it said Dylan Gabriel, first season. Shedeur Sanders, first season. You got Joe Flacco going his 19th year, and you got these two guys who are like, I'd love the opportunity to throw a pass to you. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I guess they got a draft pick out of it, so I can't say anything. They wouldn't have gotten that out of Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. So
they had to trade Kenny Pickett. He has small hands.
Oh, that still
Smells like cabbage.
You think that's still following him around?
Oh yeah.
We call you.
They'll never let it go.
No, they're like.
He's like, my hands are not that small.
Well, everyone was like, do you remember when they did that in
Yeah,
the combine?
it was a combine.
Ooh, show me your hands, kid. Oh, no.
It was like worse than getting 0 on the Rorschach test.
9 1/4? Yeah, whatever
the intelligence test.
Yeah, what is that? It's not the Rorschach.
There's a name for it. I don't even remember.
Hey, producer Alex, tell me what the name of that quarterback quiz is. The NFL Combine.
All the players take it.
And I know. Oh, yeah, that's right.
How dumb are you?
I'm so
Let's
mad
find
that
out.
I can't remember it off the top of my head. I just remember it was, gosh darn it, NFL Combine test.
Wonderlic.
Oh, yeah, the Wunderlich. Oh, yeah.
50 questions. They have 12 minutes to answer them.
And it's always like, oh, who got a high Wunderlich score? It's like, oh, man. Ryan Fitzpatrick off the charts. You're like, great. He played for 19 teams. Who had a low one? And it's always like, I don't know. I mean, I think they've gone away from it. I think they've gone away from the football IQ test. Because the reality is do you get guys on the field and then they go, oh, this is a different situation. You know how it is. Ask Stanford, do you have to be smart to play football? Obviously, it doesn't help.
So I have the record right here.
Oh, the record.
The record for the Wonderlic test.
Is it Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Not even close.
Really?
No. Cincinnati Bengals punter and wide receiver. Yes, that long ago, he was both a punter and a wide receiver. Pat McInally had a perfect score of 50 on the Wonderlic.
The only guy's claim to fame, and it's the only time we've ever heard of him.
You can't tell us you didn't learn something today on JJ and Alex.
Yeah!
We taught you something. There's one. There's a quiz for your buddies.
Okay. I don't know.
Pat McInally.
Yeah, then not the person I would have thought.
No, I wouldn't have been my guess either.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who lowest. You ready? Lowest ever. Gosh. Oh, Frank Gore. Yeah, all that turned into was 16,000 rushing yards in his career.
Eventually a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Great job. You did it. Yeah. Oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick has the third highest score ever. I knew he was on the list somewhere.
The lowest official Wonderlic score in NFL history is a 4, achieved by Morris Claiborne and Darren Davis. Vince Young had a 6.
Remember when you were remember when you were taking those tests and they were like this? The school standardized tests, and they're like, hey, kids, eat a big breakfast tomorrow. Don't make us look bad.
Yeah.
When you wake up tomorrow, I need you to make a couple of Egg McMuffins for yourself. Because we got to get you passing these standardized tests.
Yes.
I was like, that is not going to help you at the end. Oh, my goodness. Let me see here. Next up on the NFL Blitz here. The Seahawks have released Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I'm surprised they even picked him up.
Britton Covey got waived today.
Oh, my goodness. For real?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Hopefully he catches on with someone else soon.
Well, you have enough experience, and just the returner,
punt returner
just
alone,
the returner stuff, I think would really speak to some teams. Let me see here. Yeah, look, they had to have their list. They had to have their rosters down today.
Yeah, today's cut day. A lot of local guys got cut. I don't have time to list them all.
Well, the best cut that I saw today was DiNucci. What was his name?
Ben DiNucci?
Ben DiNucci.
Yeah.
Who tweeted out immediately a picture of him at the airport bar with a beer, and he said, nothing better than I just got cut by my 7th team NFL in the NFL beer.
That's funny.
He's like, you really would not understand. It made me think, oh, he might be the other guy. Would you rather get cut by 7 teams in the NFL or just get cut the one time?
7.
Be out of the league. You want
that
the
means
7?
you're sticking around getting paychecks.
Yeah, I'm a gear guy.
Me?
I'm a gear guy too, so I'm all.
You have no pride at that point. Look, I'm not going to be an all-pro. I might as well bounce around a little bit, get some checks.
Hey, Jensen, bring your playbook, and you're like, and you just start grabbing stuff out of the locker room. I just start walking out of there. I'm all, these are nice dry fit shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
free gear, baby. Free swag.
So poor Ben DiNucci just got cut by. But you know what he did? He also posted a video. He's doing college football games with CBS starting on Saturday.
Oh, how cool is that, see?
You know what he did? He posted a video of himself with it getting a package from CBS. He opened it up, and it was the CBS jacket. And he's all right, moving on.
He's got a
Yeah,
CBS
he's got
blazer?
the CBS blazer.
Oh.
I feel like we could get one of those off of. Do you think Temu makes those? It probably
Do you
says CD.
think that-
It says CDS
You
on
think
it.
Jim Nance donates them to Deseret Industries?
I get a Jim Nance DI CBS. Just means more.
I want that.
Hello, friends. I donated it to the Centerville DI. Go find it. Oh, we got to take a break.
Centerville. It would be Park City. You know that.
Is there a DI in
Jim
Park
Nance
City?
isn't going anywhere near the Taylorsville DI.
I just assumed there was no DI.
Park City or bust for our good friend Jim Nance.
Fine.
He won't even come into the valley
Hello, friends.
unless he's on a helicopter.
He says hello, friends, from the helicopter.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. He
I have
says
a
it to the
donation.
megaphone. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more to go. We'll wrap this hour up with our best and worst. You don't want to miss it. Stay here. 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone.
Wrapping up the hour with our picks for the best and worst moments on today's show. As JJ and Alex want to hear your best and worst of the day.
Welcome on in, everybody. 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone. Final segment of this hour. What do we have for you? Oh, just some stuff to give away. No problem. Let me see here. First, I'm going to tell you we're going to be at the district tomorrow at Kenny J's Barbecue. I don't know if you've heard that yet. JJ, we're going to be out there. College Football Roundtable, live from 3 to 6. Don't want to miss it. At the district, you've got your Kenny J's Barbecue. We're excited about it. Can't wait to see you out there. Come out, let's talk some college football, and let's get this thing going. And on top of it, Hans and Scotty on Thursday are going to have their Ute preview show. It's brought to you by Beehive Meals. And there you go. Do I have tickets right here to give away too? Oh, boy. It's a Ticket Tuesday. I got some freebies for you. You ready for this? Call number 12. You don't have to answer any questions or anything. You don't have to talk to PK. None of that. Let's go. Call number 12, 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE, 801-575-9663. And you get a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Bees out at their new stadium in South Jordan. So go check it out. 801-575-ZONE. Call number 12 right now. Best and worst goes like this. Now, this is kind of fun. I love that they're doing this. Major League Baseball starts up their season next year on March 25th. It's the earliest opening day that they've ever had, except for like international games, I guess. But what makes this one interesting is that the National League Giants are going to be hosting the American League Yankees. We don't see that right off of the bat. JJ, I love the
Interleague play.
I love the interleague play. I like there's a historic, kind of tie to it. Yankees going to San Francisco to start the season off. I like this one. I've always been a big fan of interleague play and like big name teams that are historic, because you don't get to see the Yankees and the Giants typically unless they have interleague schedules or they're playing one another in the World Series.
Right.
And so that's...
Which is obviously, maybe it happened way back in the day, maybe when they were the New York Giants, but I don't remember.
Well, they both have had recent success, but yeah, they've avoided each other
right
during that recent success, so you're right. I like it, and I want to see more of that. Frankly, give me the Subway Series 4 times a year. You know what I mean?
Well, here soon they might be in the same division.
I started seeing some of that stuff. Is that a real thing that they're looking at?
Yeah. So if and when expansion happens, the commissioner said it recently, and hopefully Utah's involved in that, it's an opportunity for them to completely realign.
Yeah,
and they're going to do it radically. They want things to be more geographical.
Listen.
There could be no more American League and National League.
If the Phillies, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Mets are all in the same division.
Doesn't that make sense?
And it's phenomenal baseball. And I get it. It'd be hard you want to see all those teams in the playoffs, or at least, possibly making the playoffs. But one of the weirdest things in the world is being and your Tampa Bay Rays.
Right.
On top of that. And we always went, okay, all right.
Makes no sense, right?
It doesn't. So there you go.
It'll be good it'll be good when it happens in the future.
I did see one of those graphics, and I was a little bit pissed because they put on there, as a placeholder, Portland.
Boo!
I know.
Not
I was
gonna happen.
what is happening here? Why'd you do that?
Portland and their
How
stupid
did
tram.
you do that?
It's not going to happen.
They're like, and you'll be able to take the tram in the outfield. Oh, fun. Can't wait.
Good luck, Portland.
The worst is that Ohio State has barred Dave Portnoy, who, of course, is the El Presidente for Barstool Sports. They're not allowing him to come in. I don't know if you know this. He's a Michigan guy. He only mentions it every 5 seconds.
Didn't know that.
But, of course, Ohio State does not want him at the stadium ahead of the Texas game. Why? Because he's now part of Big Noon Kickoff. No better way to give the middle finger to a Michigan man than saying, yeah, you're part of Big Noon Kickoff, but not in this stadium. You banned.
I think it's all made up.
You think so?
Oh, it's totally a publicity stunt.
By who?
By
Ohio
Dave
State?
Portnoy. You know. Oh, come on. It's not the first time this guy's done stuff like this. It's 100% just a stunt.
Well, then why
apparently
is it-
Ohio State didn't ban him.
Oh, is that what
They're confused.
Oh, okay. Well, their whole thing is that they...
You know Portnoy's trying to just... It's his first appearance on the show.
Yeah, I wanted him banned.
Do you know it? I mean, outside of Dana White, who's better at publicity in the sports world than Dave Portnoy?
I could think of only one person. He's the absolute best in the sports world.
Nobody's better.
Former owner of the New Jersey Generals, right?
And we know how that went.
What an owner. All right, we'll take a break.
The best owner.
The best. Nobody's ever been better.
Nobody's been better.
We'll take the break here. All right, it's a good time to do it.
We
Come
almost
back.
crossed that political line. We won't do that again.
More to go around the corner. 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.